am Salamor. I will destroy all those who oppose me. Rah!
We are. Oh yeah, we're recording.
Welcome to another episode of Knerdout. I'm your host, Randy. This is my other host. This is the other host. My other host.
Knerdout!
You're my possession now. My host, Brian.
Your host with the most.
Yes. But, yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. Brian, so what's new with you? What's on your mind today?
Well, we're going to try something a little new today, and I would like to share a dream.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing's caring, and this is a dream I had Thursday evening. And for God's sakes, I have no idea what this means, but I was eating my MP22. I ate it. I ate the arm off of it.
You ate your Masterpiece Ultra Magnus.
Yes, definitely, yeah, my Ultra
Were you
Magnus.
hungry, or were you just...
In the dream, I don't know. I felt compelled to eat it, but although I felt guilty as I did it,
yeah,
I was feeling guilty the whole time.
Right.
And when I looked at him in pieces there, I was already getting ready to pre-order a new one, and I woke up with the anxiety for a second.
You loved it so much that you wanted it to be a part of you.
Yeah,
right.
And I think it actually means that it really is my favorite Transformer,
right.
and that I need to go on a diet. I think it means both.
Stop eating your Masterpiece toys,
yeah.
because one, you love them so much, and two, you're getting fat as hell. Right?
Yeah.
That's what it means. All right, well, let's...
and Criminal Minds. We're watching that.
I don't know that.
It's super violent.
Okay.
Could have done it.
Well, we'll take all that in. Everyone, take that in. Analyze a little bit for us. We're going to start with just
and
a
our
quick
third host.
Yeah. Here's Ming Ming. Just she has the timing down. Talk about a review. You know what? I have been. Would it be safe to say that I kind of am a little hard on the Star Wars Black 6-inch figures?
Yes,
I am hard on them.
Yes.
But guess what? I found Bosk, and they're bringing me right back in with this figure. This is the best Star Wars 6-inch figure they have come out with yet. It is awesome, and I think they're intentionally making these things the second tier characters better. Because they know you're going to buy another Yoda, you're going to buy another Darth Vader, but they're not going to get the tooling to make another boss. But they nailed it. This has great articulation. It's got a little... I thought this jaw articulation was going to bother me, but surprisingly, it looks pretty decent. I thought it was going to be distracting. Mouth articulation generally isn't something that I require with an action figure. But for all those who are losing faith in the Star Wars 6-inch figures... anyone out there who still loves them and will buy anything that they make anyway, this is the pinnacle of the Star Wars Black figures, in my opinion. Maybe the Boba Fett's pretty close. The Stormtrooper was good, but I think that they nailed it with that. And that's all there is really to say. So Hasbro, my faith is starting to come back to you. Maybe you guys have it in you. So,
too bad this can't be Vader.
Yeah.
I don't care about Bosk.
Vader's
I mean, this
awful.
figure is heavy. It's beautiful. It's well done. It's well painted. It has a ton of paint apps. It's Bosk. And it's like what you just said. Make the second tier figures.
Right.
Because you'll buy 10 Vaders.
Right, but you're not going to buy 10 Bosk. Even though they did make pretty much 10 Bosks for their 3/4 inch line, but that went on a little long.
It's like V.
Yeah.
Remember that?
It does. Like it totally looks like V.
Really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It is great. So, buy that. Our next return review, you're going to pretty much take it. This is the Leader Class Megatron. They made two versions, both the G1 styled one and the Armada one. I got the G1. You got the Armada. You eventually got the G1. So, take that one away.
All right, guys. I think most people are going to say that this is the better of the two.
And that's because it is.
And you know what? I think it's the most appealing of the two because you want the G1. But I think history will deem this one as a better figure because this truly is an Armada Megatron, where this is an Armada Megatron painted like a classic Megatron with a classic head. But this does what G2 and Armada Megatron are supposed to do, turn into a tank. This is almost a G1 Megatron, but it doesn't turn into a gun. It turns into a tank. So And this one has superior paint apps. Like if you look at his
You
crotch,
think so?
yeah, I do.
Really?
Because his crotch has like dual colors on it.
His
where this
crotch
one's all
paint
black.
is beautiful.
Yeah, his crotch paint. Yeah, I'm into it. I truly think that this is a better. I prefer this. I prefer that Megatron as a character more.
But
I
if they
think
took
this
this one and they painted it like G2, which would be the green and purple, would you like the G2 sculpt of that better than that?
Probably.
'Cause that really is.
Because then
to
it
me,
would be
that's what
perfect.
it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, it is a G2, you know? But I think this is closer to what it's supposed to be than this is.
I think maybe you're right, but I think it's time. Look, I'm not a Megatron fan to begin with. Like, I think people will learn that quickly. I'm an Optimus Prime dude, but nevertheless, like, I don't want my bad guy villain leader to turn into a gun. Like, that was ridiculous. A tank makes more sense. I think there's space in there, room in there for us to change the past. Sort of like forgetting about. No, you don't think so. You don't think so. You don't think so? I do.
I mean, I think so. No, I don't. People like their gun Megatron. I don't care. I want my Megatron to turn into a gun. Or if he turns into a tank, that would be my G2 Megatron. G2 Meg. But no, for him to be classic Megatron, that's good.
He's got to be a gun.
He's got to be a gun.
I just think it's ridiculous. I just think it
is
makes
ridiculous.
No sense.
But that's
it was ridiculous then, and I think it's ridiculous.
But that's the appeal of it.
Okay.
It's because it was ridiculous, and it made you use
same way Soundwave turns into a cassette player.
Yeah, it made you use your imagination. Like, how the hell can it do that?
Right.
You know, and it's like, granted, it does make no sense because they were non-related toys. But I remember endless debates in my own mind about it as a kid, and I loved it. Hi, Ming.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I like them as a gun. I like it when they turn into role play toys. And, you know, that's just me.
As someone who's not a Megatron fan, this is the first Megatron, the G1 painted one, that I absolutely went bonkers over. I thought it was amazing. I think the Armada one's great, too. I think the head looks a little small. And I think the colors are kind of garish, but it is fitting to what the original design of that was. For me, Armada was sort of like... I did not like Armada. I was
Nor did I.
Yeah, I was a Beast Wars fan, and I thought that the Armada stuff looked really cheap and cartoony. I respect it now. They've aged perhaps a little bit better than they were when they came out. But I think they're both great.
I'm not ripping either one of them. I love them both.
The better one.
Yeah, well, I think this one's the afterthought, and this
silver.
one's the intentional. That's what I think.
I think it's still to be debated. I think you could be right, but I don't know. I think that their intentions was to transform Megatron as a character into a tank instead of a gun, because they can't do that anymore. It just can't be done.
Yep, and also I prefer that one more.
Too.
Like 100%. But I think this is closer to the source material. So if you're a purist and you're one of those jerks that's into accuracy, you have to like that one more.
Yeah.
Like I play devil's advocate. Like, I totally prefer the old school one, the old school looking one more.
Hey, Mimi, we got to get you out of there, dude. You're taking too much screen time.
Yeah,
away
puppy.
From me.
You're not puppy. Okay. Bye.
We're gonna move on to something, and we were gonna talk at length about this, but I don't know how this is gonna go now. For anyone who's watching this at time, this weekend as we're filming this is JoeCon 2015. It's when all the military nerds get together and talk GI Joe. Now I'm a GI Joe fanatic. Brian, you're sort of like I liked it as a kid.
I respect.
Right. And there's been a lot of debate about it. My questions have been answered, though, literally 10 minutes before filming this, about the future of G.I. Joe. All the casual G.I. Joe fans were excited about a 6-inch line and hoping that was going to be the direction. For some reason, I'm a 3 3/4 inch purist when it comes to G.I. Joe, and I was like, absolutely not. But we started talking about this a couple days ago, and I started thinking about it, and realizing that G.I. Joe as a brand is pretty dead. People are pretty much uninterested in it. What else are they going to do? They're just not selling G.I. Joes. So perhaps I'm willing to open up about the 6-inch line. And we were going to talk in length about what they should do and how they should approach that, even though now it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But I think our debate more or less was going to be, do we go with a 6-inch line that's cartoon accurate or of a realistic nature? And how do you feel about that?
I'm on the fence. Mm-hmm. Like, when I think of G.I. Joe, I think of 3 3/4 inch figures. That is what, if I were a Joe fan, that is what I would want. That's what everyone's invested in. And as much as I do like the idea of 6-inch figures, 6-inch figures now are what 12-inch figures were 10 years ago. You know, because like
No, I think it's the opposite. Because 12 years ago, 15 years ago, 3 through 4th inch figures was all the rage. So 6-inch figures is almost that new market.
Yeah, but remember when they came out with the fancy?
Oh, I see what
G.I.
you're
Joe
saying.
figures?
Yeah, the
like they were like the elite
Yeah.
ones. They'd have the
I
G.I.
hate
Joes.
12-inch stuff.
I mean,
but-
I'm not a fan of it either.
Yeah.
I think toys need to be kept. G.I. Joe,
Yeah.
at least, at that scale. I mean, because you can't go too big with it because
Right.
it's like you play with.
Well, there's no room for vehicles or anything of that
Yeah.
nature. But let's say they're going to do a Legend series, and they're going to say, "Look, we're going to give you like the ultimate Black series of G.I. Joe. So we're going to give you Snake Eyes 2, we're going to give you Storm Shadow, Cobra Commander, and Duke, like first series. Like do you want them to have cartoon sculpt, like soft sculpts, or would you want more of a realistic tone to them?
both.
Yeah. What do you mean, like a good combination?
Yeah, like a combination of both. You know, because if they look too real, it takes it out of G.I. Joe. It's just an army guy, but.
Well, I mean, I get that, but like, do you want I want them to be like full of wrinkles and like fine details. Like, I don't want them
Like
to
this?
look. Yes,
Would you
exactly.
think? I mean, that looks
Yes,
pretty good.
that's what I
that
want.
would be sweet.
I don't want them to look like. I don't want Duke to have like soft skin. Like, God, it sounds so ridiculous, but like, you know what I mean? Like the soft lines, so he looks like he jumped off the cartoon. I don't want that. I want like a realistic. I want them to base. Like, if they're going to do Duke, I want them to base his face sculpt, not off the way it looked in the cartoon, but off like a real person. Like, I want it to look realistic. But, you know what? We're going to move on from that because it doesn't seem like that's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, like, Joe Con just announced that they're going to basically do, Hasbro's going to basically do some more three-pack reissues and repaints of characters that we have 40,000 times, and they'll probably be done in a rubbery plastic. And who cares? So, let's just move on.
Well, actually, I got a question about
Yeah,
Joe Con.
absolutely.
Is it a big?
It's
deal?
like,
I mean,
it's BotCon for G.I. Joe
well, I know, but
fans.
I mean, you watching it now as a fan, is there anything that's really exciting?
No,
you, or-
that's the problem, is that they're just, like, last year, G.I. Joe was so dead that Hasbro didn't even show up, because Hasbro didn't even have a G.I. Joe brand team. This year, they at least have a brand team, and they're talking about G.I. Joe, the movie 3, which, who cares? I mean, I don't know, some people do, but, it's... G.I. Joe in general is pretty dead franchise right now. It needs something new, and I'm thinking maybe even as a purist, it's time to maybe they should do the 6-inch line, get it moving. But other than that, I'm going to move on to the next review because that didn't go anywhere there. We just couldn't get that pumped out. A while back, I did a review of the Nintendo series by Jax of Link. And I enjoyed that figure, even though I had some quality control issues. Well, I got the Samus figure from Metroid. Remember Samus?
Mm-hmm.
It was really exciting because if you won the game, you found out it was a chick in the armor.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, the only figure they really had of this previously was a Figure Arts, which was amazing. But I'm not going to pay $80 for it because I'm only a casual video game fan. I only really have a $10 interest in this. I want to say, Jack Specific, you completely disappointed. This figure is weak. Weak. It looks like a PVC. The plastic, the plastic quality is almost transparent. If you are absolutely desperate to have a Metroid Samus figure to put on your desk, $10, buy it. You can put it on the desk. But if you're looking for a Samus action figure, do not even bother. I mean, there's just it's essentially a PVC with cut joints. It doesn't do it.
Yeah, this is out of a basement.
Yeah.
Like, wow, terrible.
It's pretty weak.
Not good.
I'm very disappointed. They did a really good job with their Link figure. Yeah, it's just
See if you can see the light through it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's bad.
It is bad. It is. I was like, I still bought it, but it's not gonna stay in my collection for very long. But whatever. I don't remember where I got it, but I went out toy hunting this week, looking for the new Combiner Wars Menasor figures, which I'm actually not even a fan of. And I just want to mention this.
Dead End looks sweet.
Yeah, no, they look
Dead End
okay.
looks good.
They look okay, but like I'm not like, oh, I have to get Menasor. Like, it's like I'm bored. I want to buy something new. There's one place that I have avoided looking for them, and that's Toys R Us, because Toys R Us has raised their price on deluxes to $19.99. That's absolutely out of control. Like,
disgusting. It's disgusting. They have no business doing
No.
it.
Are they trying to price themselves out of toys altogether?
I
mean, are they just be like, screw it. I don't even want to do this anymore. Like, We're just gonna price this so high that you would have to be like, I don't know where you pay $20 for. I go to my local comic book shop and they don't even sell them for that much. Like they're at least 17, 18. Fine, I get that, it's a premium, but Toys R Us, just want to give a shout out and say, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you guys are really trying to get out of toys, it looks like. Because check the price on the Year of the Goat toys. The G2 Optimus Prime is $160, and the Soundwave is $180. And it's just, who would pay that?
It sounds like a bunch of like old man.
Yeah, I'm not cheap. I waste a lot of money.
Yeah, me too.
Like, but that's just crazy. I mean, like, I don't mind spending that kind of money on something good, but it's like they're selling junky, like painted, like junky versions of awesome toys for like 3 times as much as they should go for. Well, the Optimus,
a deluxe,
is like 3 times more than it should be.
Like
the Soundwave is
I agree.
$40
that's out of
too
control.
much.
Like that 120, I could maybe justify myself to buy some ridiculously colored version of Soundwave.
$60 overpriced.
But like with the deluxe, all right, you go to Walmart, you're paying $12. You go to Target, you're paying $15, and I'll pay the $15 over the $12 for the most part, just because I would support Target over Walmart. But whatever, that's politics. But $20 is like a whole new level, like just as far as price. Like there's got to be a common ground. Like $14, $15 is
especially for a store that calls itself Toys R Us, that is too expensive and never has stuff early.
Right.
They're always the last ones to get it. It's like, what are you guys trying to do? Why would you call yourself Toys R Us?
You're a toy specialty store.
Yeah, and you're gonna gouge people?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
But Toys R Us, get your shit together, man. Get it together. All right. Now we're gonna get to just something I'm crazy about. GoBots, Machine Robo. I'll take that over Transformers any day. That's right, any day. I don't care about the cartoons. I like GoBots. I like Machine Robo. Don't get me wrong, I like Transformers. But not too long ago, the third-party company, which is something I generally don't purchase, made this Cycle Salmor. And I thought it was cool. It was reasonably priced, around $100, a little under $100. But then Future Toys announced that they're doing a line of Machine Robo, and I just kind of forgot about it. But I guess this week has been pretty good to me, and I had a little bit of extra money. And I went out and ordered this Salmor. And I want to tell you, it blows my mind. This thing is amazing. Amazing. I'm so into it. It's complex transformation, but not so complex where you're just like, going crazy. Beautiful colors. The red perhaps could be a little of a different shade, but red plastics tend to be a little bit questionable anyway. Good chrome, rubber wheels. It came with these additional spikes that go on the wheels, but you felt those.
Yeah, those were terrible. They didn't look good.
Yeah, they didn't look good, but the safety concern was just this is not a true it's like an homage to Cycle. It's not a straight up Cycle representation, because it is a different kind of motorcycle, and it's got asymmetrical feet that I thought was going to bother me, but it does not bother me. It's beautifully sculpted, has a good weight, transformation is fun. It looks fragile, but as transformed it a dozen times and no issues. There are a couple parts where you get a little scared when you're moving them and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm going to break this thing. But you don't. It's great articulation. The joints, as I've been playing with it, are getting a little loose. I kind of want to get like a spare, but just so you see.
You really want a spare?
I do.
Like, really?
That's when you know that you love
That's
something.
crazy, because this guy hates third party. He used to hate third party just because it was third party.
It's not that I hate
change around.
Yeah,
this
no.
Is, definitely.
It is. It's not that I hate third party. It's just the fact that they rendered themselves useless the minute Hasbro or Takara make a version of that. Like even if Hasbro or Takara's version isn't as cool, it just becomes useless. Now, even when this new Machine Robo line comes out, this Salmor is not going to be useless to me. It is such a great standalone piece on its.
And they won't make it like this.
No.
Totally
I think that this sets the bar high, and I've had bad experience with Future in the past. That almost sounds crazy. Future.
Yeah, Future.
But I assume that they're going to improve their product, but I don't think that they're going to be able to meet the standards of this thing. This thing is a must-own, not just if you're one of the few GoBot fans like me, or if you just like transformable robots and you're kind of sick of getting 20 different versions of Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and all the Transformers you're familiar with, and you want something a little different, get this thing. I got it. I didn't get it at Motor City Motor City Toy Store this time, but Motor City Toy Store, I don't think they're carrying third-party stuff, but I did get it. I did get it, and it is a great item. You should absolutely seek it out, and if you're a little bit of a butterfingers, maybe you want to be a little careful with it because
like me.
Yeah.
I break it.
Yeah, you would
break it. Yeah.
You know what? You would definitely. There'd be a couple points when you'd be like, "Dude, I think I broke it," but it holds up.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have good Megatron, good Psycho, good Boss, bad Metroid, bad Toys R Us, bad
Toys
G.I.
R Us.
Joe. Anything else? The weird dreams about eating Magus.
I don't have a lot.
Yeah,
I think I'm good, man.
All right. Well, everyone, remember to nerd out.
Nerd out. Remember to subscribe and like.
Yeah, please subscribe.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Psycho.
Bye, Kill.
I like Psycho.